is too savage. Damian Lillard, he hated catching. He got a shot, he spit magic. Phoenix is showing some real potential. Warriors are playing a bunch of rental. Kyrie, your artist, he's detrimental. Kevin's return gonna be something special. Time will tell who's gonna rise, who's gonna sell, who's gonna buy. Keeping it true, I can never lie. Loving the game until I die. I'll be balling all the time. Triple double 20 dimes. Beat a couple people blind. Everything was on the line. I don't play, got the smoke. Ballin' hard while you broke. Hang your season on the road. I'm the clutch when you choke. I be ballin' all the time. Triple double 20 dimes. Beat a couple people blind. Everything was on the line. I don't play, got the smoke. Ballin' hard while you broke. Hang your season on the road. I'm the clutch when you choke.
To hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
Music new era. Latino game.
Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Thunder with the basketball. Nikola Jokic sends it away. And that one out of bounds off a nugget.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Drive by Murray, but he can't finish.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Jokic. Finish that. And the rebound cleared by Gallinari. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten in there. Nuggets with the basketball. Down low, Jokic. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Paul, that reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. A career 86% from the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good.
Oh, yeah, you've been working on your craft.
Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. Murray with it. Leads 5. To Porter. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Down low, Gallinari. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound belongs to Denver. And that's rebounded by the Thunder. Now Paul with the basketball. They trail by 7. Jokic. They get it down to Millsap. The pass set it all up.
Old school equals high percentage.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. With the rock, it's Chris Paul.
Screen's coming. Here it is.
To Adams. From the painted area, won't go down. Millsap defended by Steven Adams. And the finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Defense, let's go.
Working hard on the glass. Wide open look, won't go.
They still can't get their first bucket from the field, but still don't let that affect your team.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
The Thunder have the possession. Paul to Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. Missed his first. That one goes.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Murray into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Has a look. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defenders.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Could not throw it down. To Porter. Shot from the lane won't go. Ferguson. Almost unlucky bounce. Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time to shuffle things up.
Entering the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 33, Mike Muscala.
Porter to Millsap. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Paul with it up top. Trailing by 15. To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you...
Nuggets have the possession. Nothing going here on that drive. Jamal Murray knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Paul into the front court. Down by 15. Add 2 points to the board. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
To Millsap. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Ferguson to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Denver's got it. To Jokic. It's a 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Ball driving, but he can't connect.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Paul. Textbook defense. Great dish to set it up. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Paul. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Eight seconds. It's going the other way. Changes.
Entering the game for Oklahoma City, number 17.
Schroeder. Off the assist.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Flushes it home.
That transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Murray into the front court. Up a dozen. Millsap. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. The drive, right to the basket. Nerlens Noel swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lets it fly from long range, and Murray there to get the rebound. To Millsap.
Here we go. I got him. Cut it. Coming through.
A fundamental shot right there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder.
Scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Denver ball right now. Jamal Murray picked up by Noel. Great look and vision. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Schroeder.
All right.
Mason Plumlee rejects it. Terrific hustle. Ball stays in play. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Runner here won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Cruises inside for two.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Jamal Murray. And knocks it down.
Me about this game. Usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Murray with it. His guys holding the big lead. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Nuggets have the possession. Steven Adams snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jamal Murray had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. Murray with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Nuggets enjoying a nice cushion. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Oklahoma City ball. Here comes the screen. Schroeder. Oh, he had it.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
To Will Barton. Has a chance, and he buries it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
The feed stolen away.
Come on.
To Porter. To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Barton. The shot, almost.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Runner's good there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Dennis Schroeder, tough make there. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Tyler Lydon at the line. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. It's a big finish.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Barton into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. From the painted area, won't go down. Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. To Schroeder. Whoa! What a finish!
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
It's Denver's ball. Barton to Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Heat check needed. When Will Barton gets going, look out.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Paul across the timeline. Down a bundle. Mason Plumlee. Huge block.
As a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Tyler Lydon at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Number 15, Nikola Jokic.
Here we go. That ball.
Schroeder. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Schroeder. Nikola Jokic pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Ferguson. A pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Nikola Jokic trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the 2nd quarter.
Save 10% of today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Paul. And he stays curled from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Won't go. In a flash, scores at the rim.
That boy's living his best life.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Jokic. A chance from long range. And the Thunder with the rebound. Paul into the front court. His guys down big. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Martin into the front court. He'll run the offense. Goes to the left side to Will Barton. Steven Adams tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Schroeder with the board. Tyler Lydon with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Barton. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
First try at the line, no good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Can convert the free throw. Barton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Driving right to the basket. Slam dunk. Paul Millsap on the follow.
Ed, let's play a little game. Fact or fiction. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Paul Millsap is one of the best offensive rebounders in NCAA history. He's the only player to have captured 3 Division I rebounding titles. What do you think?
I'm going to say, before I can phone a friend, fact.
Well done, my friend. And
Steven Adams with the slam.
that's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Nuggets with the basketball. To Millsap. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. Schroeder to Adams. Missed a wide open look.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Ferguson slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Mike Muscala with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nuggets have the possession, and they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. And the basket good at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fires the three. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jamal Murray matched up with Paul. To Millsap. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Paul Millsap trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
Defense. Defense, let's go. Gotta get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
Shot clock winding down. Here's CP3. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side.
They would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Martin picked up by Paul. Knocked loose. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Martin into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Millsap, deep left corner.
Don't touch it.
To Will Barton. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Not that time. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Denver's got it.
I got ball. Match up, match up, match up.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Paul. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul Millsap. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Paul. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Chris Paul is going to get a chance at three here. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. That one won't go. One more to come. Missed the third one. 0 for 3 on this trip. Denver ball right now. Jamal Murray guarded by CP3. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Backcourt. Nerlens Noel sends it away. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Millsap. Paul Millsap, 4 out of 7.
He's so good down low. This four-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
Cleans the offensive glass. Plumlee's there for the rebound. Trying to cash in. The shot by Murray, no good. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our